If you've ever looked up at the stars and wondered if we're alone in the universe, then you're not alone. For centuries, humans have gazed at the cosmos, searching for signs of life beyond Earth. What if I told you that right now in the vast expanse of space, there's a creature that can live forever? In the deep blue sea, there's a jellyfish known as Turritopsis dohrnii, better known as the immortal jellyfish. Why is it immortal? Well, when it gets injured or stressed, instead of dying, it does something unbelievable. It rewinds its own biology. Sounds like a sci-fi movie, right? Yeah, me too. That's why when I first heard about it, I thought it was fake. But it's real. It actually starts over again, reverting to an earlier stage of life. It essentially turns back time on its own biological clock. I mean, how crazy is that? This little jellyfish is a master of adaptation, able to turn itself into whatever form it needs to survive. It can transform into a polyp or a medusa, depending on the environment. And if it's faced with starvation, it can eat its own tentacles and revert to a younger form. It's like a biological transformer right before our eyes. Just imagine if humans could do that. We could age backwards, starting over again and again. But for now, that's just a dream. Let's stick to our own planet for the next jaw-dropping fact. You know those mantis shrimps we talked about earlier? Those little guys that can punch faster than a speeding bullet? Well, get this. The average lifespan of a male mantis shrimp is only between 1 to 3 years, but females live for 6 years on average. However, they don't just stop growing after 3 years. A male mantis shrimp can reach sexual maturity at about half a year, but they keep growing and developing new skills throughout their whole lives. By the end of their 3rd year, they're fully grown adults. So, why do female mantis shrimps live so much longer? Researchers believe it's because they need to wait until they're big enough to reproduce. Female mantis shrimps also need to grow larger to carry more eggs, which means they have to stay alive longer. Now, I wonder what other secrets the deep sea is hiding from us. All right, let's dive back into the ocean and talk about the blue whale. Blue whales are the largest animals that have ever lived on Earth. They are truly massive, measuring up to 100 feet in length and weighing over 200 tons. That's longer than a Tyrannosaurus rex and heavier than 33 African elephants. But despite their gigantic size, blue whales have a lifespan of only 80 to 90 years. It makes you wonder why such a large creature doesn't live longer, especially considering that humans can live well beyond 100 with the right lifestyle and healthcare. I mean, we've got doctors and fancy medicine, but blue whales have, well, blubber. Maybe there's something we can learn from these massive mammals about longevity. Who knows? Maybe the secret to a long life lies in their genes or their diet. One thing's for sure, though, we're going to keep studying them to find out. Speaking of longevity, did you know that red deer can live for 25 to 30 years in the wild? That's pretty long for a deer. But a captive red deer can live even longer, up to 40 years old. It's a testament to their adaptability and hardiness, being able to thrive in different environments and live for decades. But it makes you wonder, what other animals out there are living longer than expected? Are there any undiscovered species that are breaking the mold when it comes to lifespan? I hope so. It would be amazing to find a creature that's not only thriving but living for decades. Now let's talk about giraffes. These graceful creatures with their long necks and unique patterns can live for 25 years in the wild, but in captivity they can live up to 30 years. But giraffes aren't just known for their looks and lifespan. They're also famous for their incredible kicks. Did you know that a giraffe's kick can kill a lion? These powerful legs can deliver a devastating blow that can knock a lion out and save their own life. In fact, giraffes are so strong that they can jump 6 feet in the air when they kick. Imagine being on the receiving end of that. But giraffes don't just kick when they're in danger. They also use their kicks to groom other giraffes and remove parasites from their fur. It's a kind of a weird superpower that these gentle giants possess. But speaking of strength, have you ever seen a sloth? Sloths are famous for being slow and lazy, but they've got a superpower that most animals don't. They can hold their breath underwater for up to 40 minutes. That's longer than a human could ever last underwater without special equipment. Sloths spend a lot of time in trees, but when they come down to the ground to go to the bathroom, they prefer to be in the water. That's because they're less vulnerable to predators when they're in the water, and holding their breath helps them stay hidden. But don't think that sloths are always hanging out in trees or swimming underwater. They also like to hang upside down while sleeping. I mean, who wouldn't? It's like the ultimate relaxation position, and it gives them better access to sunlight when they're sleeping. Plus, it makes them harder for predators to spot. But if you want to see something truly strange, watch a honeybee perform the waggle dance. This dance is how bees communicate the location of a good source of pollen or nectar. The bee will waggle its body in the direction of the food source relative to the sun, and the angle of the waggle tells the other bees how far away it is. Like I said, it's like a living GPS, but the waggle dance isn't just a way to communicate the location of food. It's also a way for bees to recruit other bees to go with them to collect pollen or nectar. The more waggles, the more recruits. So the next time you see a honeybee doing the hustle, you'll know it's not just dancing for fun. It's working hard to make sure its colony survives. The next fact might surprise you. The oldest known animal ever discovered was a clam. It was found off the coast of Iceland and estimated to be 507 years old. That's older than the Mayflower arrived in the United States. But the thing is, this clam wasn't just any ordinary clam. It was a species of ocean quahog, and scientists were able to determine its age by counting the rings on its shell. Each ring represents 1 year of growth, and this particular clam had a lot of rings. Now you might be wondering why a clam can live for so long. Well, scientists aren't exactly sure, but they think it has something to do with the clam's slow metabolism. Clams are known for being slow-moving creatures, and that seems to benefit them in terms of longevity. It's like the saying goes, slow and steady wins the race. Now let's talk about the bombardier beetle. This little guy is known for its ability to spray a boiling hot corrosive liquid at its enemies. But did you know that the bombardier beetle also has a lifespan of about 10 years? That's not exactly ancient, but it's not bad for an insect that spends most of its time on the ground. The bombardier beetle is able to spray its liquid so far away because it's able to control the angle of the spray. It can also spray its liquid in bursts, which makes it more effective at defending itself against predators. Finally, let's discuss the wood frog. This little frog is known for its ability to freeze when temperatures drop below freezing. It's able to do this by slowing down its metabolism and producing a lot of glucose, which acts as an anti-freeze in its body. It sounds crazy, but it's true. And when the temperatures rise again, the wood frog thaws out and gets on with its day, as if nothing happened. This ability to survive freezing temperatures has earned the wood frog the nickname the immortal frog. All right, there you have it. From the immortal jellyfish to the wood frog, there are plenty of creatures out there that are defying the odds and living longer than expected. It makes you wonder what other secrets the animal kingdom is hiding from us. Maybe there are even more animals out there that can live forever. I hope so. It would be amazing to find a creature that's not only thriving, but living for decades. And who knows, maybe one day we'll even figure out how to live forever ourselves. Until then, we'll just have to marvel at the amazing animals around us and enjoy the gift of life. So what do you think? Did you learn anything new? And are you amazed by the animal kingdom like I am? If so, please hit the like button and share this video with your friends. If you love this video, I bet you'll love the next one too. See you next time.